From the very beginning, I knew how this world works. That didn't make my life easier. I had many difficulties, and even more than most people. But I had two stable features. I always knew what to do, and stood my ground to the last. I made many mistakes along the way, but never stopped or backed down. They said about me that I simply cannot be controlled. So I couldn't work for others. I have always disliked the way other people do business. I saw more promising possibilities. But management doesn't like being poked in the nose. It was not easy with my ambitions and character, but I did not regret anything, no matter what I said, but I always knew how to achieve my goal. Success did not come to me early, but there was another joy. I met Carolina. It was a wonderful evening. My friend bought a house and made repairs and had a housewarming party. He had many guests, nice neighbors. That's where I met Caroline. A friend is a real lucky man, so young, but he was already able to buy such a beautiful house. Caroline said with admiration, "Believe me, it was very difficult because of this house you will be in debt, as if in silks. Such is the price of comfort. And you probably live next door." "That's right. I came to congratulate the new neighbor." "Excuse my indiscretion, but can I know your name?" "My name is Carolina. What is your name?" Jack Brinestone." "Nice to meet you, Jack." Caroline looked at me with a smile. "And I'm glad, Caroline. Are you Henry's friend?" "Yes, just like you came to congratulate him." From the moment we met, we never stopped talking that evening. Our conversation became more and more interesting and intense. We didn't even want to leave, but we started dating after that. It was just an unforgettable time. I felt like I was flying in the clouds. Carolina was incredible. I thought she was special, and that I was incredibly lucky to have her. Caroline was completely satisfied with my perseverance. She always put up with my decisions since I was the head of our family. Initially, it was not easy for us. I earned as best I could. Soon I raised all the necessary capital to start my own business. Starting my own business brought me incredible joy. Finally, I could calmly do exactly what I want and do it the way I want. There was a lot of work. I had no time to sleep and eat. But I did not pay attention to it, but went ahead. The first income was not very large. I kept part of the money for food and paying bills and put all the free money back into the business. Thanks to my perseverance, the result was not long in coming. I became the owner of the largest corporation. We have constantly expanded and achieved incredible heights. I had a great promising guy, Kevin, on the board of directors. He was much younger than me, but his drive and ambition reminded me of my youth, so I took him in and we got on really well with him. It's been 40 years since we got married with Carolina. During this time, we have grown wonderful children, David and Sandra. David became a successful doctor. Sandra was in the decoration business and her husband worked for me. In close communication, we have always found the most correct solutions. "Jack, have you thought about my proposal?" Kevin asked me. "Kevin, you were contacted by those bastards from the Global Age again," I asked angrily. "Yes, Jack, and they are offering an unrealistic amount for the merger of our companies." "Merge?"
"Yes, they want to buy us awful and rebuild everything here under your cheap strategy."
"Jack, we've been standing still for many months. This deal would have saved us." "Saved. After that, our company will cease to exist. I collected bit by bit here everything. I made the company successful because it works the way I want and see fit. If you think I'm going to agree to these bastards' vile offer, then you can give them a warm hello from me and slap them in the ass." "Jack, you can't." "Kevin, I have long said my last word. This topic is closed. There will be no merger. The future of the company is only in my hands, and I will not allow everything to be destroyed here." Kevin really wanted to get this deal, but I was totally against it. This would not bring anything good, but simply destroyed my many years of work. My wife didn't agree with me either. She usually didn't interfere much in my affairs, but when she found out about this proposal at a family dinner, she also began to put pressure on me. "Jack, why don't you want to listen to Kevin? This is really a great offer. You could close that deal and retire in peace." This is a wonderful reward for all your hard work. Carolina, baby. Well, you are there too. I can't let my company run its course. There will be no trace of my company if I loosen my grip even a little. This is a serious business, and it still remains profitable thanks to my principles of work. So, no need to tell me what is better and what is not, I replied angrily. Okay, Jack, I didn't mean to offend you. I just want everything to be the best it can be. All the people around me knew my nature well. It was useless to argue with me. If I have already decided something, then no one will change my decision. Recently, I noticed how Carolina has changed. She seemed to be moving away from me. Carolina, baby, are you going somewhere again today? I asked anxiously. Yes, honey, Jessica has an exhibition at the art gallery today. Why are you going there without me? Jack, when did you like such evenings? You're bored there. Yeah. It may be boring, but you weren't interested in it before. You always drag me to these receptions, but here you didn't even offer it. Jack, what's the matter? I cannot understand you. I wanted to spend the evening with you, and you again have some new reasons not to be with me together. Jack, don't think. You didn't warn me that you wanted to be with me today. I wanted to make you a romantic surprise, and this is not the first time you have other plans. Are you hiding anything from me? Of course not. Honey, you must be overworking and already starting to bother me. I love you madly, and I don't understand what deserves such distrust. Okay, Carolina, I'm sorry. I'm not in a good mood today. Nothing, honey. Take a hot bath and relax. Yes, I will. I saw in Carolina's actions that she behaved differently than before, and I did not know what this was connected with. We have been married for a very long time. Maybe this is such a period in a relationship. Both of us, no longer young. One day I got a call from Simon, the husband of my daughter, Sandra. Okay, Simon. No problem, maybe at the family dinner tonight. Yes, okay, agreed. In the evening we had supper and went with Simon to another room. Jack, listen, Kevin has already put all the advice on his ears because of this deal. That's the asshole. Decided to compete with me. I already said everything about this deal. Jack, I understand that in Kevin you see your young self and therefore you allow him a lot of things. But this time it is very dangerous. And his offer is not so bad. Maybe you'll stop being so stubborn. Are you there too? No, you can't see my consent. No one. And this is no longer discussed. Very in vain, Jack. The offer is really good. Simon, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a crazy idiot and not out of my mind yet. I know what I'm doing. Believe me, none of you will have a future if you make this deal. And Kevin is still young to learn to distinguish the bad from the good. I trusted Kevin. He did an excellent job of closing all the deals I gave him. Yes, we often argued with him, but that's what I liked about him. There were some incomprehensible moments in my life that I ignored, but I did it in vain. It was another family dinner. No signs of trouble. Caroline was here, Kevin, Simon, and Sandra David. We all ate well and had good conversations. But soon I felt something was wrong. I felt terribly hot. My heart began to beat much faster. I got uncontrollable anger. Kevin talked about the deal again, as if on purpose. I threw the plate against the wall. Kevin, why the hell are you doing this again? And in general, you all got me. You all need to be put in a psychiatric hospital. Otherwise, you will drive me crazy. I screamed, rushing around the room in agony. I couldn't calm down. I sneered at everyone, threw myself at everyone, behaved like I was not normal. This has never happened to me before. But what happened to me before? But what happened to me, I could not even understand. After all this terrible story, I just lost consciousness. When I came to, Carolina was by my side. Jack, are you awake? You scared the hell out of us all. Yes, Carolina, I'm sorry. I didn't know what was happening to me. Jack, you're not young anymore. You need to know when to stop. Your work squeezed all the juice out of you. It can't go on like this. Yes, Carolina. Maybe you are right. This had never happened to me before, I answered in confusion. How are the others? I said so many nasty things to everyone. I don't know what came over me. Yes, everything is fine. I calmed everyone. We all understand that you have a hard and responsible job. No one could have lasted longer. So you need to reconsider your lifestyle. All right, Caroline, all right. Over time, I came to my senses. My doctor looked at my tests and was quite surprised when I described my condition to him that evening. The doctor did not see any serious violations in the work of my body. Yes, of course, I was not a young, strong guy, but there was no such colossal wear and tear that I could no longer control myself and lose consciousness. But in any case, so that this does not happen again, the doctor had to watch me. Suddenly, there was a call from Kevin. Jack, today we are organizing an extraordinary meeting of directors, and we want to see you. Kevin, what about? I don't remember ordering anything. Who organized the meeting? Jack, don't boil too soon. I organized the meeting, but believe me, we all have questions for you. Kevin, what are you thinking? Jack, let's discuss everything at the meeting. The sooner you arrive, the better. I felt something was wrong. I was in a hurry to get to the office as soon as possible to sort everything out and put that asshole in his place. I'm already fed up with Kevin's rebellion, so today I decided to end it all. But I clearly didn't expect what was to come next. Hello, Jack. Finally, you have arrived here. I hope this didn't overwhelm you. Kevin, what the hell are you doing here? What is actually going on here? Jack, you're putting our entire company at risk. I did not want to doubt your sobriety of mind to the last. But we all already see that you no longer really control yourself and cannot be responsible for the company's activities. This is my company, you son of a bitch. It was I who built it from scratch, and it is up to me to decide how everything will be here. No, Jack, I have to disagree with you. And I think that the council agrees with me, Kevin said, and turned on the video on the big screen from that evening, when I was not myself. The entire board of directors opened their mouths to see what was happening. This son of a bitch filmed everything on the phone so that now he can publicly embarrass me. Well, gentlemen, what I'm talking about. I think this is unacceptable. It's just outrageous. I am voting on the resignation of this half-witted old man and propose my candidacy in his place. Vote. I was just shocked. I didn't understand what was happening. Jack, I'm so sorry. I understand that everything here was created only thanks to you, but in view of everything that is happening, I have to vote for your resignation. I hope you understand my decision. Sarah, one of the board of directors, said. Her voice was very important in this adventure. And then I saw how the majority voted for my resignation. I was kicked out of my own creation. And Kevin successfully took my place. Guys, you all made a huge mistake here. You shouldn't have believed Kevin. He will disappoint you all. I'll leave, no problem. But you won't get any better than this. I spoke out. I left the building completely broken. I felt very bad. This news just blew my mind. Kevin weaved his web for a long time, and I let him do it. You could say I let him treat me like that. But I didn't think Kevin could do that. Yes, he was firm and confident in his aspirations, but I never thought that he would go over the heads. It was a betrayal for which I was not prepared at all. Kevin was practically part of the family. And then he was so mean to me. The rest of my days were very dark. Simon came up to me. Jack. What? Simon. I didn't want this. Kevin fooled me. In what sense? I agreed with him that it was stupid to refuse such an offer. Kevin began to persuade me to support him on the board of directors. It was supposed to be a meeting where you were supposed to be pushed to the right decision for you to agree to the merger. Jack, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. I didn't think Kevin would behave so meanly and insidiously. Global Century offered him even more money, and it didn't matter to them whether the company was led by you or without you. He did not expect to receive confirmation from you on the deal, so he decided to just take you out. Jack, I'm sorry, I only found out about this later, but now I don't know what to do. Kevin is in power. Now everything depends on him. Yes, Simon, and I warned you all not to play his games. He will simply sell the company with all of you put together. There is definitely nothing good for you to look forward to. He doesn't give a damn about the future of the company, just like the entire management team. He just decided to make a crown move to break as much money as possible. That evening I understood everything. This bastard planned everything in advance. It's my own fault for letting him get this far. Jack, what do we do now? Don't know. I have no way to influence him. Kevin quickly got to work and began to re-register everything for himself, close all transactions, close my accounts. He is trying to deprive me of all resources as quickly as possible so that I cannot interfere with him and remain on the side of the road so that I lose everything and remain a lonely old man. Jack, you're fucking Jack Brinestone. I can't believe you're gonna give up like that. You should have a backup plan anyway. Jack, just say what you need. I really set you up because of my stupidity, but now I'm ready to help you. All right, Simon, I'll think about what to do and then I'll talk to you. I didn't want to back down, but I was no longer that young youth, ready for absolutely anything for the sake of victory. I thought a lot and about different things. Some thoughts pushed me to the fact that it might still be enough to fight. Let others do it. They're all there now, like spiders in a jar. Let them cut each other's throats. But other thoughts did not allow me to retreat. This was the work of my whole life. This is where my whole soul was. And I could not afford to now let everything take its course. But what could I do? The situation is out of control. All the cards were in the hands of Kevin. And voluntarily, he will never give up his plan. And then there's Carolina. She said that she would go to rest alone without me. She needed to rest from everything. It was just incredible. At the most difficult moment, when I most of all needed her support. She treacherously left me here alone, blaming me for everything. It was the second blow to my back. Everyone started to turn away from me. Only children tried to console me. They arrived as soon as they heard about the incident. Dad, how did it happen? Is this Kevin? He did it? He narcissistic bastard? Yes, David. But I ask you not to interfere. It's all my own fault. Sandra, talk to your brother so you don't do something stupid. Dad, this is a nightmare. I can't believe Kevin did this. Okay, children. At least you don't become limp. You know how I don't like it. Don't worry about me. Everything will be fine. After meeting with the children, I gained new strength. I had to protect my family from the various consequences of what Kevin did. There were no leads at all, but I had an idea. I met with Simon. Hello, Jack. I knew you'd come up with something. Spread it. I'm listening. Hello, Simon. Yes, I have something in mind. Do you remember Henry? He used to get us excellent information about our enemies. Yes, Jack. His contacts remain gorgeous. Call him and arrange a meeting with me. Got it, Jack. I agree. Great, then I'll wait. After a while, I received a call. Mr. Jack? Yes, who is it? This is Henry. I was given your request. Let's meet at the roadside cafe near Richard Rose at 8 o'clock. Okay, deal. I drove up to this cafe. It was raining heavily outside. Holding on to the collar of my coat, I went inside and saw Henry with a newspaper at the table. Oh, hello, Henry. Greetings, Jack. Sit down and tell. In general, are you probably aware of what is happening in the company now? Yes, Jack, In general, Kevin started a dangerous game. He now thinks he won, and he's practically right. But I can't just leave it all like that. I have to dig through this bastard shit to find out his secrets. And you will help me with this. Okay, Jack, I like working with you. But be warned, this is a tricky business, and it won't come cheap for you. Don't worry about money. I still have funds. Here's a deposit for everything you need for this operation. All right, Jack. I'll call you when there is a result. Agreed, Henry. I am waiting. Henry went to the exit, but I remained at the table to watch how everything was drowning outside the window in this huge downpour. I was determined and did not think that Henry would let me down. I had to restore justice, no matter what. Henry showed up a couple of weeks later. Greetings, Jack. I have information. Let's meet at the same place. Got it, Henry. I came back to the same place. My premonitions were very bad. I was a little nervous about what I might see or hear now, and I didn't worry for nothing. Hi, Jack. The package is what you were looking for. But I warn you, it can be shocking. You're a tough guy, but you still decided to warn you. All right, Henry. Thank you. Here's the money, I said, took the package and handed over the money in a bundle. After that, we parted ways. I got into the car and opened the package. What I saw blew my mind. The pictures were of my wife fucking Kevin. I was shocked. There was also a memory card in the envelope, which I inserted into the laptop and saw this disgusting video. My wife was squirming on top of that bastard like a teenage whore. But what shocked me even more was their conversation. Caroline, why are you so worried? We got it right, Kevin said. I don't know, Kevin. It's still Jack. I was so afraid when I slipped him that psychotropic drug. Everything was great, Carolina. I paid big money for this remedy. Not a single analysis will show it. So do not worry. Jack is already old. He's not who he was before. Thanks to you, I was able to kick him out of his own company. I consider this a huge success. Soon your husband will be left without anything and will not be able to do anything about it, Kevin reasoned smugly, sipping whiskey from a glass. I just want this whole epic to end quickly. You'll sell the damn company and give me my share so I won't be kept by that rich bastard anymore. I'm tired of living like this. Don't worry, Caroline. Everything will be exactly as we talked. Jack will be left with nothing. His fate is over. He himself is to blame for not wanting to participate in the merger, and he paid for it. You chose the side of the winner, so you won't regret it. Now let's have some fun, said this pervert, and undressed my wife. I didn't look any further. I had had enough. After this dialogue, I almost lost consciousness. My wife decided to quietly betray me. It was hard to imagine and believe it. This was the man to whom I dedicated my life. I was madly in love with Carolina, and now after so many years, I finally saw her real face. This was a cruel and disgusting truth, which I did not immediately realize. But taking the situation seriously, I decided to take revenge on those bastards. Soon I was supposed to have an anniversary. I will be 60 years old. This is a round and serious date, but only after it I will try to live without liars in my life. Carolina, you're back, finally. Yes, Jack, don't be angry that I left you. It was my mistake. Now I am here, and we'll take care of everything. Kevin must answer for what he did, Carolina said. Still would, I said, peering now into completely alien eyes of my wife, filled with lies and fear. And then my birthday came. It was already evening. A huge number of people had gathered in my house. Tables were set both inside the house and outside on the terrace. Everyone thought that I would no longer have money for such a celebration, but I was a resourceful person and not stingy. This evening should be special, so I tried to make it so... Simon, come to me, I called Simon. Yes, Jack. The holiday is simply amazing. Thank you, Simon. Look, I need you to get Kevin here. What? But how? Right now? I don't know if that's possible after all that's happened. Simon, you've already let me down once, but I'm not angry with you. Now I trust you again and count on you. I don't care how you bring him here, but he must be here. It's clear. Yes, Jack, I got it. He will be here. That's great. I'm waiting. The evening was drawing to a close. The kids decided to put on a fireworks show for me. It had to be something big. I retired for a long time in my office. Soon Simon ran to me. Jack, he'll be here. The helicopter will land in 5 minutes. I said that you personally want to congratulate him on his success. This Drake will never miss Jack Brainstone himself publicly congratulating him. This will be a new victory for him. Great, Simon. Thanks. I'm waiting for him. Not long before my event, I scheduled a meeting with the entire management team of my company that evening. I had to formally transfer the rights of the company to Kevin. Hello, everyone? Can you hear me well? I called on the speakerphone to the office, where everyone had already gathered. Yes, Jack, everyone is here, only Kevin is not there yet. And when will you? I'll be a little later, but now there will be a conversation with Kevin, which you will all hear. And then draw your own conclusions. Soon Kevin came to my office. Hello, Kevin. Oh, hello, Jack. I'm sorry I didn't come to congratulate you on your anniversary. But you didn't invite me, so I didn't know how it would be better. And then Simon dialed and surprised me. Are you really waiting for me? Of course, Kevin, of course. Just meet my friend Thomas first. Thomas came out of a dark corner. Hello, Kevin. Finally, we get to know each other, Thomas said. Jack, who is this? Kevin asked worriedly. This is a tax inspector who has been following our company for a long time. He knows about your deal with Global Century. That's a huge amount of money that you weren't going to tax. It is so... No, Jack. What does it mean? Are you joking? No, Kevin, I'm not kidding. I am well aware of your dark operations. And now I'm using it. I've already given Thomas everything he'll need. After all, you started to make this damn deal. But I have a deal with Thomas. Or I will destroy you along with the entire company. Either you give up your seat in the company and disappear forever. Jack, you're bluffing. Yes, you have nothing. I filigree circled you all around my finger and I'm not ashamed of it. Do you want to merge the company? Yes, Jack, I will sell this company with giblets, and the entire directorial staff will be left without money. Their days in this company are numbered. I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. You know, I don't like repeating myself. And you also know that I'd rather burn everything than let you ruin my life's work. Think, Kevin. I will gladly put you behind bars. And to be honest, I don't even care. Either I'll get paid by Jack and secure a pleasant old age, or I'll put you pompous bastard behind bars and get a promotion. You have no idea what will happen to you in prison. Trust me, you don't want this. So decide now. The choice is yours, Thomas said menacingly. I noticed how Kevin got nervous. He swallowed nervously, sweat on his forehead, his eyes shifting. Okay, yours took. I don't need this post. Tomorrow I will make a statement that I am leaving, only I need guarantees. Don't worry. If I return to my seat, I won't have to ruin my own company. I said, Kevin, don't need tomorrow. We're already accepting your resignation. Go to hell. Dak, we'll see you at the office tomorrow. There was a voice from the phone. Kevin's eyes widened. He was shocked that all this time the entire board of directors was listening to him attentively. Now he had nowhere to go. Oh yeah, Kevin, wait. This is for you, motherfucker, for fucking my wife, I said, grabbed Kevin and threw him through the window from the house. It was on the 3rd floor and it was high, but there was a swimming pool below, so the bastard would stay alive. Kevin screamed like a girl as he flew out the window. Carolyn burst into the room. Jack, what's going on? Beloved, look there, please. I pointed to the street. At that moment, the fireworks began. These were quite powerful rockets that lifted Carolina's entire wardrobe into the air and tore it apart in the air. Only burnt remains fell to the ground. This is for you, lying bitch, because you lied to me and fucked with this idiot. get out and don't come back, because now your things are not in this house. I said and kicked Caroline in the ass. She flew after Kevin. It was a wonderful evening. I got my company back and punished my offenders. Carolina and Kevin still had to justify themselves before the court. I handed in court all the materials where they built a setup for me. So they had enough problems now. I beat Kevin. Thomas was the actor I hired, and he did a great job. I just lied to Kevin. I really didn't have anything on him. He just fell for my compelling story. My life has continued. I left Carolina without a penny. Many new contracts and new victories were waiting for my company. And I threw out all the rotten garbage from my life.